Boom! Yo, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I wake up in the morning. Here we are. It's the weekend.
In a quarter mile,
technically, right?
turn left.
And people are like, I can tell it's the weekend because people act different, people post different, and different things are or are not open, right? But one of my buddies was grilling me like, yo, when are you gonna take time off? When are you gonna take a day to just chill? And it's like, we don't know how much life we got, man. This is the difference between living a life of
Turn left
I want
onto
to
East
use
Santiago
the
Canyon
word
Road.
necessity. I want to use the word of like there's two types of armies back in the day. There are armies that are fighting for what they believed in, and there are armies that are fighting for because they were captured, they were turned into slaves, and then they were made to fight. This energy translates into your life.
Continue on East Santiago Canyon Road for 2 miles.
When you find yourself going to work because you're forced to go to work, when you find yourself going to work because there's something prodding you and poking you, then you're in that suck. You're fighting for Xerxes, you know what I'm saying? But when you are going to work because you're motivated by what can be, by higher values, by freedom, by the love of your family, the most motivating, by the love of your comrades and the love of your family, the most motivating things that would motivate a man to fight and die. It's like, all right, well, why are you doing this? I want to spread protection, the art of protection like a virus. That's why I'm doing this. I want to bring more on-scene accountability to the world so evil can't reign in environments for so long. So the body counts on these human threat scenarios and active shooters, active killers, active, people running people over and stabbing people and stuff like that. I want to make it so that stuff is subdued instantly because we have a public that's competent in the arts of the sacred arts of protection. I say sacred because no greater love than this, and a man that would lay down his life for his comrades or his neighbors, his brothers, and this is protection. I want to build a brand that when people see that emblem, that Protector Nation emblem or EPL, they know, hey, you know what? Don't rob this convenience store right now because the lion's here. You know what I'm saying? The lion that lays down with the lamb, the protector is here. That's how I want it. That's my contribution. And that is, to me, such a motivating, righteous endeavor. It's one of the highest endeavors as a warrior that you can contribute. It's one of the highest contributions. You know what I mean? I don't know how much of this life stuff I'm going to live. You don't know how much of this life stuff you're going to live. And that's really what I want you to think about. I'm not where I need to be, where I want to be. I haven't made the contributions that I need to make, so yeah, I got people counting on me. You got people counting on you. You got your family counting on you. You got to pay this car off. You got to pay that mortgage. You got to protect and provide. You got to build a stable and fruitful life. You want them to have a life that they enjoy. And until they're out from underneath your tutelage, they're depending on you to provide that. Part of that is being there with them and contributing to them. But part of that is also the example you live
in a quarter mile,
front of
use
them.
the right lane to take the California 55 North ramp to Riverside.
I didn't spend much time with my father growing up because I'm black and, that's what happens. No, I'm just playing. It's not funny, but y'all get it. Anyways, I got a flexible sense of humor. I'm not like one of these, ultra triggery, new millennial type people. So if you are, you might have a hard time with me. All I'm saying is I didn't spend a lot of time with my father. However, my father was very impactful to me. One, by his nature, because he's an extremely strong human. Extremely strong. He got shot at point blank range with a shotgun and survived. Okay, so but I just remember his energy, and I remember watching him sacrifice and watching him push hard to build. But he ends up being one of the most successful businessmen in the Bahamas. So, here we are.
In a quarter mile, merge onto California 55 North.
I remember watching him build, and I remember him sacrifice, and I remember him waking up before I would wake up as a little kid and going to work. And I remember having to wake up to try to go to work with him because that was the only time I could spend time with him. And I remember coming to visit him in the Bahamas for the summers and like never really even seeing him because he was working all the time, you know. And I remember at first being upset by
In
this
one
and
and a
being
half
like,
miles, use
you
the
know,
right 2 lanes to take exit
does
18A for California
does he,
91
like,
West,
not love me?
Riverside Freeway toward Los Angeles.
Thank you. I remember being like, does he not love me, you know? But then after a while, I remember being like, why, you know? And then I remember being like, I understand. This is the job of a man. The women and children, the women, my wife, in my instance, the way I've set my framework up, raise a good human in alignment with our house family values, the standards that I set forth. Awesome, right? But the man, you got to go out and you got to fight those bears, you got to fight those dragons. You got to take territory for your tribe. You got to provide something that's high quality.
In a half mile,
You
use
got
the
to
right 2
provide
lanes
something
to take exit
that's in
18A
alignment
for California
with
91 West, Riverside Freeway toward Los Angeles.
Thank you. You got to provide something that's in alignment with, how do I say this? I'm just going to go ahead and trigger you. The glory, your glory. What's it like being in your tribe? You know what I mean? Why
use the right 2 lanes
is
to
it
take
so?
exit 18A.
Why is it a good thing that your women and children have devoted themselves to you or respect you, honor
Continue
you,
on California
and have
91 West for 3 miles.
chosen to put themselves underneath your covering? You know, not to get too spiritual for a second, but you know, I believe the Father blesses us because and for many reasons, but one of those reasons is it brings him glory. You look at my life and you can see the blessings that I have as a result of the way that I live and the God that I serve. Your family, it's the same thing, man. They have submitted to you as their champion, you know, whether they realize it or not. They've signed on to be part of your tribe, and you are their champion. Your children
In 2
are
miles, use the right lane
subject
to take exit
to-
31 for California 57 North toward Pomona.
Your children are subject to your ability to protect and provide, and that ability to protect and provide, that's your glory. That's glory that's credited to you as a husband, as a father, as a provisioner, and nowadays sometimes as a mother, because you ladies have to step into this role. And therefore, why would I take time off when I still have vigor and I still have power and I still have the ability? Why would I take time off unless I need it? When I need to rest, I rest, but resting is a function, something I plug in when I'm good and ready, when I want to, when it's appropriate, when I need to. I rest just as much as I need to stay powerful in order to do the things that I need to do. When I'm broken, before I'm broken, but when I'm in the fight, I rest
In a half
deliberately.
mile, use the right lane to take exit
And I
31
rest-
for California 57
I
North
rest
toward
very
Pomona.
deliberately, and I rest efficiently. And that deliberate and efficient rest helps me to perform effectively. And that's the magic, you know what I'm saying? And with that lens and with the reality, I'm about to land this plane here.
Use the right
Looking
lane to
at the
take
world
exit
that
31,
way, looking
then
at
keep right at the fork.
productivity that way, and then looking at my task load and all of
Keep
those
right at the
things,
fork.
the reality is weekends are absolutely irrelevant because I've got a righteous fight, I've got a righteous battle.
Continue
I'm
on
being
California 57
pushed.
North for 11 miles.
I'm being pushed by those behind me, but I'm being pulled by a vision and a destiny that I genuinely believe in is one of the most righteous fights for me personally. And that's how you have that push-pull motivation. You don't care what day of the week it is. You get up and you get after it. Figure that out for yourself. That's why I talk to you about these things. And that will help you unlock the most fulfillment you can during this time. Having a vision that is both something that can push you and also something that can pull you. Knowing the people that count on you and getting those values set up, that's what will make you perform at a higher level. Until you figure that out in here, you're not going to be able to live it out here. So that's what I got for you guys. I guess it's Saturday. Happy Saturday. Visit me at byronrodgers.com, and I look forward to the next time we meet on the next piece of content. Out. Boom!